And we're going to talk about 50-year-old women. We're going to talk about older women. We're going to talk about Gen Z women. We're going to talk about millennial women, which is the worst group to date, or millennial women. Millennial women are just a bunch of broken women. Tracee Ellis is over the age of 50. Her, Erykah Badu, but they still, they believe that they're going to be attractive forever. Like, they believe this. They believe that they're going to always have options. They believe that there's always going to be a man for them. And what they don't understand is that, a lot of men, especially a lot of successful men, don't want 50-year-old women. Some do. There are some of these guys who are, they're in their 50s. They want a woman who's in her 50s. That's fine, right? But that's not always how it is. That's not how it is. Kevin Costner is divorcing his wife, who's 49. He's in his late 60s. So he married a younger woman, and now that's kind of coming back to bite him. But again, he wanted a younger woman. He didn't want a woman close to his age. And I think that what Erykah Badu and what Tracee Ellis Ross is trying to do is they're trying to prove that just because they're older don't mean they can't thirst trap. It doesn't mean that they can't get online and look sexy. But people are starting to speak out against it. Like, again, I'm going to speak about India Ari and what she had to say about women, these women artists using their bodies to sell records, like Janelle Monáe. Janelle Monáe flopped, even though she tried to use her body. These women don't have any substance anymore. They don't. They have to use their body because it's the easiest thing, because they know men are thirsty and men are going to go where they see the attractive women. They're going to follow them on social media, right? They may subscribe to their OnlyFans. But when you look at, again, these women think they're going to be attractive forever. No, you're not. Tracee, no matter how good of a shape you're in, or Erykah Badu, no matter how good of a shape you in, no matter, Erykah body look like it's been the same for years, right? Haven't gained not 1 pound. Still got the same shape she's had for, she's had 3 children. Still has the same shape she's always had, even though the assets may look a little bit more plumper. But again, that doesn't mean that you're going to always have the opportunity to be sexy for men that actually want to be with you like that. Tracee Ellis is talking about how she does, she's fine with not having children. But I want y'all to understand, these women, their default now is to use their bodies for attention. I thought we were in an age of not objectifying women, but y'all are objectifying yourselves, but then you want to get upset with men for quote unquote doing that. No, you want to benefit more than men do, but at the end of the day, you're trying to get men to look at you. You're trying to get men to come to you, right? And Tracee Ellis, Erykah Badu, all these 50 some odd year old women, because she ain't the only one. I mean, Instagram is full of, 50 some year old women who done had BBLs, right? Or women who may have lost weight, showing off the assets as much as possible. These are grandmothers. But they still think they got it. But these women are single. A lot of these women are single. They still think there's going to be some man out there that's going to want them. If a man ain't with you now, he ain't coming. You see, women do have an abundance mindset, more so I think than men do. Women always think there's going to be another man that's going to come along and it's going to want them. And I know people are going to listen to this and they're going to say, well, Jay, what does this have to do with relationships and men? It has everything to do with it. Women do everything around relationships and feeling attractive. Women don't leave the house without trying to figure out a way to show their bodies off. Women are going backwards. Western women are going backwards. They are. Western women are going backwards, and it's a tragedy because a lot of these women don't understand that they have regressed. They don't think they've regressed. Yes, you heifers have regressed. You have regressed, and everybody can see it. Everybody can see how much a lot of you heifers have regressed. What's good, Gerald? Ricky, what's good? Make sure y'all like the stream. Y'all are regressing to the point of no return. Because the men who want wives, they're going to go find those women. And the men that you women are going to be left with are men who want to sleep with you. They don't see you. They don't see you anything past a short-term girlfriend or a side chick. Because a lot of y'all are giving off side chick energy. Men are not objectifying these women. These women are objectifying themselves. But everybody wants to be upset with the, and I'm gonna actually post, I'm gonna post the article. Everybody wants to be upset at India Ari. India Ari said nothing wrong. Let's get to this article here. India Ari's criticism of Meg Thee Stallion and Janelle Monáe Essence Festival performances sparked debate. It says, when you're a black woman in the entertainment industry, everyone has opinions on how you should act and present yourself. Even other black women feel the need to chime in on your art. So wait a minute. So twerking is art? I never knew twerking to be an art. Twerking is not an art. Y'all just want to make excuses for these women. Twerking is not an art. Showing your tit is not art. It's attention seeking. How is it art? How much music has Meg Thee Stallion released over the last year? That's art. Releasing music and doing visuals for that music is art. Twerking on Instagram is not art. Twerking on stage is not art. How about you learn how to dance like women, female performers before you, instead of just getting on there and shaking your assets as if that's art? That's not art. To that end, neo-soul pioneer India Ari sparked debate when she criticized the sexuality presented by Meg Thee Stallion and Janelle Monáe during their performance at the 2023 Essence Festival of Culture. Toward the end of her set on Sunday, the Savage rapper invited a group of fans on stage to give them expert lesson in twerking. So that's art? You heifers are clueless, okay? You got so many women now. You go to their Instagram, hell, you go to their TikTok, all they showing nothing but assets. Now, again, if you working out in the gym and you like your gains, that's one thing. But when you're purposely showing, like, I don't even know what your face look like. We see nothing but your cheeks. That's all we see. Monáe, who was also criticized for flashing one of her tits during her performance, played the cheerleader from the side of the stage and everyone seemed to be having fun. Essence posted a short video of the moment on his Instagram page with the caption, "Hot Girl Boot Camp was in full effect last night. Is Janelle Monáe with the encouragement for us?" While there were plenty of disapproving replies in the videos, Ari's IG post is getting the most attention because we tired of you heifers. We're tired of you. We're tired of your twerking. We're tired of you trying to push floor culture onto young girls. Shout out to Swing Out. Let's see. I guess this is the video here. He says, the issue is what is context. Humanity does everything. But does everything belong in a stage? No. Is everything for kids? No. Is everything for everybody? Ari wrote, no. So when we as a culture make something like this mainstream, it shows a lack of discretion and discernment. Just as many folks have the right to want our mainstream international export our music to show us in a respectful light, she continued, I'd like to go on the record saying this won't age well, and that's my issue. I love Janelle and Meg the way I love us all, and I don't like this moment. Don't bother debating me. LOL, I don't care, and I do this. For 25 years, I've done this. So read, ponder, or don't. And I can agree with that. But you see, women think that empowerment is twerking and being slurs, getting slurred out. Meg Thee Stallion got slurred out. I don't know what Janelle Monáe is doing. Okay. But this is the type of culture they are pushing on children, and they're pushing off on young girls. Young girls think that to feel, self-esteem and to feel sexy, they have to get BBLs, they have to have big butts, and they have to show it off, and they have to twerk. When that should not be what young girls think, but that's where we are. And a lot of you adult heifers don't care. Some of you males don't care as well, but a lot of you adult heifers are an embarrassment, because you know that these women are demeaning and disrespecting themselves, and they have become a stereotype, but you don't care. You don't care that they have become a stereotype. The I'm Not My Hair Singer comments were dissected on Twitter, with one user writing, "Don't nobody give a damn what India Arie thinks about Meg Thee Stallion." Of course you don't. And that looks like a male, by the way. Another person pointed out that it seems to come down to difference in genres, tweeting, "I wouldn't say it's a drag, it's just hating and unnecessary. Megan makes asset shaking music. That's how her performance is supposed to go. NERE them don't make that kind of music, so of course you wouldn't be on stage shaking assets talking about I'm not my hair." I hope these women are not raising daughters. I don't have an issue with what India Arie said, because I noticed at the one award show, all the white female acts were G-rated, PG-13, and all the black girls weren't. The black artists are pornified as hell. That being said, I also don't care. Well, see, and again, that's the problem. A lot of you black women think that you're empowering something by getting on stage and twerking, but you look bad, and you're making black women look bad. Y'all love to claim that black men are making you look bad, but let me tell you something right now. A YouTube video from a black man is not as bad as you heifers getting on TV on these award shows and making a complete fool of yourself. You heifers make a fool of yourself. That's what you're known for. You're known for being the goofy black girl that twerks, teaching white girls how to twerk. You are the mammies. When I see you black women get on stage and you start talking about how you gonna teach white women to twerk, y'all look like mammies. That's how y'all look. Let's see. Someone says, NERE was an artist that made me really appreciate being an authentic black woman and my brown of my skin. Everybody ain't gonna be pro whole culture simply. So expressing your sexuality and femininity as a black woman isn't monolithic. NERE is just as important as Meg and Janelle. This person says, India Arie once proudly proclaimed that she is not her hair, so she should also understand that Megan and Janelle are not their ass. If they decide to embrace their bodies and have fun, there's nothing wrong with that. Shout out to Death Before Dishonor.
#salute.
Salute. There's nothing wrong with it. It doesn't completely define them as artists or women. I'm tired of folks complaining about sex in music. Sex has always been in music, specifically black music since the juke joint. Just more visual avenues. India is just being disingenuous. Well, listen, we're tired of seeing, once again, y'all cannot claim patriarchy is making women look bad when you heifers get on television or you get on these stages and you make a fool of yourself twerking. White women are looking at you laughing. They're laughing at you. You don't see a bunch of white female artists hopping on stage twerking. They're dancing, but they're not. You're doing that. You look like a clown. They look classy. I think a lot of y'all miss that. Why are so many black women attacking NERE for pointing out that black women have allowed the music industry and television to turn them into ho hoochie mama caricatures? On your next interview, you may ask, do you twerk? They may ask, do you twerk? Let's see. To understand there is concern about the way black women and girls are sexualized in mainstream society, and rightfully so. However, there also has to be room for us to be comfortable and confident in our sexuality without worrying about what others think. But why do y'all have to be hoes? This is what I want to know from black women. Hey, black women, why do you want to be hoes so bad? That's what I want to know. Why do you want to be slurs so bad? What happened to just being yourself? Oh, I forgot, a lot of y'all don't have personalities. You don't know who you are. So you got to get online and be somebody else. So you see what one person is doing, so you get on here and you start doing it yourself. Meg Thee Stallion has never claimed to be a kids artist. When you announce her as a headliner for your music festival, she is going to give you Hot Girl Meg because that's what her fans want. Well, her fans don't sell out her shows. I mean, have y'all heard about Meg Thee Stallion doing any tours? You know why Meg Thee Stallion doesn't tour? Because all that twerking she does has not gained her a big enough audience for her to sustain a tour. She can't even go on the road and perform. You know why? Because she doesn't have a big fan base, a paying fan base. She has an online fan base, a bunch of broke people who don't buy music and they don't go to shows. At the same time, if you book NERE, you're going to get thoughtful ballads on love and self-acceptance. There has to be room in the culture for black women to be all these things. And to that point, the week can also feature performances from Aria Lennox, Coco Jones, Monica, Mooney Long, and Lauryn Hill, Missy Elliott as well. Black women were represented across the music spectrum. So yes, there was booty shaking, but there were also R&B love songs and female empowerment. This world is hard enough without some black women dictating what's acceptable for other black women. Just let us enjoy the free. Okay, y'all want to enjoy being slurs. Okay, got it. So you're going to be treated like that. You're going to be treated like that. Men are not going to respect you. That's the trade-off. The trade-off is that you're not going to be respected. You're not going to be respected. If you want to twerk every day and show off your assets, you're going to be treated like a piece of meat. You're not going to be respected. It is what it is. NERE is going to have more. She's going to have more respect from men than Meg Thee Stallion and Janelle Monáe. That's just how it is. And yes, men's respect does matter because you help us do all that twerking to get men to stream your music. Women as well, but you want men to support is what I'm saying. You want men to support you. You want men to go to your shows. You want men to follow you on social media. But they choose disrespect. So if that's what you're choosing, then choose that. But you can't complain later down the road. You just can't.